tested.
I think things look good.
You know what's really being tested? My patience for you and for this pod. Aww. 2 episodes in. Aww.
Are we already recording the Damsels in Divorce episode?
Imagine. Our second episode was, all right, we're done. Hey, Girly Squirrellys.
Welcome back to the Damsels in Distress podcast.
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Patrick. Did you miss us?
Did you? Because we miss you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We might not have missed you, but maybe we missed recording this podcast.
Honestly, what if?
This has been so much fun.
No.
Like, genuinely, this has been so
That's a
much
trigger
fun.
word for me now.
Oh,
That's
right. We can't say fun anymore because you had to say it 50 times.
I'm sorry. I used up all of our fun for the whole
Little
pod.
Miss Fun tangent over here.
Well, I just.
But you know what?
I agree. We had a lot of fun.
We really did.
And we're gonna have more fun.
Yeah. Especially with this episode, but like. Let's just go into it. This episode is gonna be the Willow Smith deep dive.
Yes, it is the Willow deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
Burpy squirrely, stop. No.
But yes, this is the Willow deep dive episode.
But before we get into that, we're gonna talk. We released a podcast. Let's talk about that.
What are your initial thoughts after releasing the pod? Like, how were you feeling when you did release it?
I felt great. I mean, it was a little okay. I'm gonna be honest. It was a little annoying having to sneak off into the bathroom at work to post a fucking podcast. And I also forgot to post it on Facebook, but whatever. That was just a little bit in the rush. Next time we need to
schedule it out.
We need to do it on a Saturday.
I think.
Or you need to come over, or we can release it earlier in the day on a Friday.
Yeah, release dates I think are gonna probably be on Saturdays because it's just a little too difficult with scheduling conflict.
Yeah,
but that's fine. That's
A-okay. That's gonna be all right.
A learning curve.
Yeah,
this is very much a learning curve. But yeah, so I think my thoughts releasing the pod, it was just so much fun. Waiting to just release it, the initial build up of oh my god, we actually have content to give you guys, and it's actually good.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Honestly, it did way better than I thought. I thought it was gonna be Floptino. We got 2 views, and it wasn't
just a weekend.
Of course, we're not a million overnight, a million star sensations, but. We will be.
But we will be. Over many nights.
Just over many nights. It's Paris wasn't built in a day or whatever they say.
Rome.
I let you correct me to seem smarter. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Tell the viewers how grateful you are.
I am Little Miss 1260 on the SAT. Is that right?
1160. No, 1180.
Sorry. Close enough. I mean,
close
that's
enough.
Standardized test. We don't need to
nobody cares.
Yeah,
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that.
Nope.
But you know what we do care about? Willow Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'd have to make a hour-long podcast about her, and it's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And our intro's already at 100 bars.
So,
100 bars of
hey.
I almost want to make that reference every single episode.
Oh my god. When did we start doing Zan? Zanny Fanny, what?
Oh my god. So let's see. What do we have to get into today?
We have to get into a lot of things.
Yeah, we have a long list of things to go over. We have a lot of eras. We have a lot of good, bad. A lot of recovery to go over with Little Miss Smith.
A lot of great times, a lot of dark times, a lot of times that were timed.
And a lot of times where I thought, is she going to bounce back?
Exactly.
Is this really where this direction is going?
Yeah, is this a flounder, a flop, and a... Couldn't think of another F.
Almost to the point where, is Willow a favorite artist?
No, literally. When she was my top artist this year on Spotify Wrapped, I was a little oh, because
shocked, but
yeah,
we'll get into why.
But she really saved herself. She really did.
She really did. She had a bounce back moment, and we didn't think it was gonna happen.
But let's start at the beginning. Oh my god, I knocked over my water. Stop.
So, what is your earliest memory with Willow Smith?
My earliest memory of Willow Smith is, wait a minute, but I'm not like you bitches who heard it on TikTok. No. My first thought, and there's a certain individual who we both know who loves to claim that they introduced me to Willow, Tristan, but they didn't. Anyways, sorry, I just had to get that off my chest every single time I think about it. But wait a minute, I discovered it because I was looking for new music to listen to while I was, let's say, intoxicated. Intoxicated with the T, RIPPY. And obviously Willow Smith's music is good to listen to while you're
in a sort of state.
In a sort of state situation. And I found Wait a Minute, and then I started listening to the rest of Artipithecus, and I fell in love. Hardcore, obviously. I'm still a super fan today. I've been in the top 0.005% of her fans since they started doing Spotify Wrapped.
And that's pretty slay, not gonna lie.
So
that's I mean,
I gotta do what I have to do. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie, but sometimes we do.
My earliest memory of Willow is a dark time for herself, because it wasn't necessarily a dark time projecting to the public. It wasn't seen as a dark time, but it was the Kids' Choice Awards. I don't remember what year, but because they do that every year, and it was when she literally came out with the debut song "Whip My Hair," and I genuinely remember this bitch. I was what is this bitch doing? Yeah. Literally, I was who is she? What is she doing? Why is she doing this? She doesn't look happy up here singing about whipping her fucking hair.
No, and she's gone on record talking about how that was a very dark time.
There is an episode of Red Table Talk too where she literally talks about that was one of the darkest periods of her time was the whip my hair era, and I can definitely see why, because it just really was not her or the music that she wanted to release, as you can see from what is coming, what we're actually going to be talking about. It's
which
just
she
so
only
different.
wrote maybe 2 years afterwards. So it's she's doing this entirely different sound, not even 2 years later.
So
interesting.
Yeah, that's my earliest memory with Willow. Very dark.
Yeah, she also during that era did a song with Nicki Minaj. Why is that not on here?
Why aren't we talking about that?
Huh. Let's talk about that one. Hidden Gems.
A hidden gem. But no. Not very much an early memory for me.
No, not
because that was when Nicki was on the come up and doing songs with Jeffree Star.
Yeah,
which
so it was a little different. Whoa. So it's why are you doing songs with Jeffree Star and Willow Smith? I mean, I guess that is versatility, but
for
still.
Real. She was trying to figure things out. She was literally trying to figure things out.
Find a niche. She's looking for a niche.
She was looking for her niche.
No, we're not going to go on that rant again.
No, yeah. So, yeah. But, Willow is a very important artist to us.
Yeah,
very
for
important.
Sure. Very, very important.
She is basically what formed the bond of this friendship, almost. She is the glue,
for sure.
Almost, to this friendship.
Because
it was you who put me on Willow, and I can wholeheartedly admit that. I'm
everyone in my life can. There are so many people in this world who have Willow in their Spotify Wrapped every year now because of me. And I honestly, I'm a Jehovah's Witness of Willow.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yes, I'm a Willow's witness. We love alliteration. I'm a Willow's witness, and I'm happy about it.
No, you definitely are for real.
And I'm good at it because there are so many people in this world who are fans of Willow now because of me. Even random people on TikTok. I randomly got tagged in a video that was oh my god, I got this vinyl. And
because of Anthony.
And thanks to Meth Blunt for showing me. And I'm
literally.
Well, you're welcome. I opened your eyes to the truth.
I'm glad that I can do something.
I'm glad. That's my impact. Aside from this pod, that is my impact.
Yeah. So should we just kind of get right into it?
Let's start with the 3 EP, which love, obsessed.
The 3 EP is still good to this day. It's a timeless little EP. I wish that was on a vinyl.
No. Oh my god, I'd be obsessed.
Yeah. I would die. I would probably die as a little vinyl fan who has the Willow vinyls. I'm missing one. And that's the Life album, and we'll get into why I don't have that in a second.
We'll get into why we don't have that in a little bit.
It might take a minute because we have a lot of good things to go over before that.
But
hey, it's fine. The 3 EP, which includes 8
9,
and
Flowers, which every single song on this album is
so
good.
So good.
Let's start with the 8. I had an out-of-body experience while inebriated listening to it.
Out-of-body experience
for sure, sober too.
So good. Like,
it's so great.
It's such like a difference between like, because you know, Whip My Hair came and then like this,
and it's just like the fact that she was literally probably 14 when she wrote this, because it was released in 2015, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like, to create such artistry at such a young age is insane, and I get it. I know she's a nepotism baby. She goes by Willow. She doesn't go by Willow Smith. She goes by Willow in her music. I don't know. I don't think she really rides on her family's coattails in any way.
No, not in any way, shape, or form. She's literally the most like oddball of that family.
Well, Jaden's pretty oddball too.
Yeah, no,
but both of them are oddball in their own way. And together, we'll get into that on the Anxiety album. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, and I mean, we do have like talk. We are able to talk about Jaden on the self-titled album too.
Oh wait, self-titled. Oh wait, that's what it is. Not Anxiety.
No, it's not cool.
Yep.
But yes.
Yes.
So yes. So going into
but 9.
9.
Love.
9 is probably like, and it sucks that we're so early because 9 is literally my favorite Willow song.
Yeah.
Well,
it's your worlds colliding, girl.
No, it's literally like the two most amazing things you could have ever asked for: a Willow and SZA collaboration.
Yeah,
when SZA wasn't even like really known.
Yeah,
like,
this was before SZA was like
she
super.
Literally like. It's almost as if Willow pulled SZA off the street. Hey, bitch, you want to sing this song?
Hey, girl. We're singing together.
Song? I like your vibe.
I like your vibe.
And it just created this gorgeous, like,
so
amazing masterpiece.
Yeah, honestly.
Music that I just love. And it's like SZA's verse, great.
Fantastic. And their voices together and like them singing together. Oh my God.
I can't.
And also, it's just like a great segue to talk about where next episode we will also be talking about SZA's new album.
Yes,
so stay tuned for that.
Yes, the SOS album is coming out on the 9th, so we're gonna put out this. We're not gonna put out the podcast on the 9th, but we're gonna talk about it on the 9th, and that'll be the following week.
Yep. So
SZA Deepdive is next.
Yeah, for sure.
I know it's probably annoying to do 2 artist deep dives back to back, but hey, the timing of this podcast. We're sorry about it.
Honestly, we were going to do that either way because our original plan was to review Coping Mechanism, which is the most recent Willow album, and then do
the scheduling conflicts and car trouble.
Yeah, things happen. Shenaniganery. Anyways, this album, Flowers.
Right.
The final song in this EP, so good. It's definitely the weakest of the 3.
It is. She gets a little repetitive.
Yeah, she does.
It's
but
still such
it's so cute. Song. It's just a cute little guitar thing, and I love the nature sounds in the background. Like it just feels very
and like I think
good.
The verses are very like important too.
Yeah,
they're very almost like Third Eye Woke.
Yeah.
Third Eye
Wokeness, and I kind of appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now, Frequency number 7 is a single released around this time.
We're moving on to the 3 album. Those are the 3 songs.
Yeah, that's why it's called the 3 EP.
Right.
Whoa.
So Frequency number 7 came after this. And Frequency number 7, I don't know if I really liked that song at first.
I was just about to say.
But it's so good.
Yeah, now, like, retroactively listening to it, it's like, why didn't I like this at first? Because it has everything I enjoy. It's this little, like, ding, 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 sort of vibe, and it's very cute.
She's talking about, like, manipulation, too. Like, how you feeling after I left that amethyst crystal under your pillow?
Yeah, exactly. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Protected? It's a good song, though, but I just didn't like it at first. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, I think the thing about Willow songs is that, like, every song, if you really like Willow, can become your favorite song.
That's the truth.
At some point,
it
will become your favorite song.
You really skip through, like, when I was first listening to Willow, every single song was my favorite at a point. Every single song.
Yeah, no, and like when I was really getting into like my Willow era, like it was good. I think I got into it at a really good time because like there was so much music to go through.
Yeah,
so I had so many options.
Fresh new music just released too.
Yep. So.
I was stuck with the same 2 albums for like literally like 2-3 years.
No, you literally were. But that's the thing. She's timeless. Those 2
albums. Exactly, and I still listen to those today.
Frequency number 7 7 are so timeless. They're so good.
Yeah.
There's so much goodness on those albums. It's just so good.
It's so great. But
okay,
now we can talk about Ardipithecus, which is an early form of human. I'm glad
that you explained that. Because literally everybody's like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I'm like, girl, it's not that hard to like just Google it. What is an Ardipithecus? Like it's pretty easy.
Right.
Now, let's start from the top. Organization and classification. Love this song. Good song. It's a good start. It's just...
But, like, if you're going from, like, the 3 EP to frequency number 7, organization and classification is so different.
Yeah, it's very different. It's very, very different. And it just feels a little young. But I really love this song. Like, I love this song so much. It's a great song. Yeah. But it definitely feels like it was written by somebody who was like 16, 17, and they were like 15. So
teenage angst.
Yes, it's very teenage angsty.
Yeah, a lot. And this is also the first time she mentions Jaden too.
Yeah. No. The first time she mentions Jaden is in Flowers.
Oh, right. No,
because she compares him to Poseidon.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yes. But Natives of the Windy Forest. Love this song.
This song is probably the most off the wall song.
Oh, for sure that she has.
Because she literally made a whole language.
And honestly, it's so good. Well, no, it's the Avatar people language.
Right, she had to like interpret the language too.
Yeah, and like it features the language from the blue people in Avatar, and it's like, it's kind of hyper poppy in a way. Yeah, like, no, it's good.
It is like that backbeat, the solid backbeat, the whole song.
Yeah, it's like hyper pop native sounds, I guess. No, like, it's hard to explain, but it's a good song. I really like it.
Yeah. So language of the avatars speak, and then it's also there's also English verses.
Oh yeah, there are English verses, and they're good. She sounds really good. It's definitely her most hyper song. Like, it's her most upbeat. We're going in something song.
Like, it's like. And when I said like off the wall, I mean more like off the wall in a good way.
Yeah, because, like, and conceptually off the wall.
Because we'll get into it. There are some very much like off the wall songs later on in the discography that are like, why the fuck did you put this out?
No, literally.
Like, what's going on there? I'm sure there's a reason why, but yeah, we'll see.
So some of these songs we're gonna like go a little quicker on if we don't really have that many thoughts. Because like
Drugs
and Cycles, I don't have that many thoughts on them. I like them. They're good songs, and there was a point in time where I was obsessed with them, but that was really when I was listening to Willow for the first time.
Yeah,
they're not something I put on often in the background, but I do like them a lot. Like, if I'm listening to Natives of the Windy Forest and then Drugs starts playing, I could let it go.
Yeah, no, I could give it a spin for sure.
Yeah, for
Cycles, I think is a good song. I listened to that on the way to work actually today.
Oh, slay!
I was trying to listen to some Willow, like just for
because,
a preemptive, like, for like. This is what we're doing today, so I needed to like kind of really get into like the mode to discuss her. Cycles, I think, is a great song. Frequency number 8.
I love
honestly any of the frequency songs, because there's like
there's so many. There's so many frequency songs. There's like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
which we'll get into because there's also unreleased frequency songs that are really good that I just showed Patrick, but
yes,
yeah, so good. Frequency number 8 is so. This is a song for when you're tripping, like.
Yeah.
Definitely. I love it. I'm taking off the veil. And I'm just saying what I did, what I've done.
No, yeah. Frequency number 8, definitely one of the hits on this song.
On this album, for sure. On this song.
On this album. Not So Different. I think
song.
It's such a good song.
Really good song.
Very much like it's just a good, almost like a hypey song.
Yeah,
like,
it's a little hypey.
Yeah, it's just very mysterious and hypey. I really like Not So Different. I Don't Know.
I love I Don't Know.
IDK, I Don't Know. She's a good song. I love that song so much.
Hearing this live was so good, and it was such a surprise.
By the way.
Oh, yeah, I've seen her live.
I'm out of that experience.
Unfortunately.
We have made so many plans to, like, whatever state she comes to the closest, we're like gonna make.
We're going there. But
because I really need to see her live.
When she was going live last, it was during a dark period of her music.
Yeah,
so
which
it was
I just would not want to see.
But
and all I'm gonna say is that if we go see, and she sings Emo Girl.
Oh, it's over. I might leave. I went to a Jaden and Willow concert, and I left after Willow. I didn't stay for Jaden at all.
Well, you stayed for Tyler, right?
No, Tyler opened.
Oh,
so yeah, I had to.
Okay.
But I was good. It's not like I had to. I knew most of the songs.
I'll go get a drink.
I guess. But no, the Willow. Oh my God, Her voice is even better live. It's insane. And, well, I mean, I was inebriated. And once again...
Lots of inebriations for
I had a
Anthony
really long...
on the right side of this pod.
I had a wild period of time during high school. But, like... I just could not believe it was real, and I was actually seeing my favorite person in the, like, my favorite artist in the entire world live. Like, it did not feel real. Anyways, we did not go on a tangent.
I know, literally. So,
IDK was fantastic live.
Random song.
I love Random Song. No, it wasn't live. But I do have a specific memory about this. When I was another person I was converting to the cult of Willow, Stephanie, when we worked at Jim's Burger Haven together, we would always listen to this song with each other's AirPods in, and it was so fucking fun. Like, that's what this song makes me think of and feel like, is like I'm 16 again, just like, I don't know.
Random song, I think, okay, so here's how it goes for me. Not frequency number 8, down, good. Like the whole album, good. Like favorite songs come
yes.
out. Random song is like definitely probably, I would say like, I want to say third favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
So like,
we should do that for each album. At the end of it, we're gonna do top threes. Okay.
We're gonna do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Next
Marceline. I love Marceline.
Is such a good song. I love Marceline. I'm not an
actually a masterpiece too. I think
I'm not an Adventure Time stan at all.
No,
but like
no,
I get the orifices of Adventure Time to understand like why
yes,
she wrote
I've
the
seen
song.
enough of it.
Yeah, like, and like like everything, like
yeah.
I know what the Lithosphere is and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so that makes sense. Marceline
Part 2. Now this is when shit gets even crazier, which is
like,
hard
these songs like literally almost don't connect.
At all.
Like there's no Adventure Time reference.
Nope.
Like, is there?
No, not really in part 2, not at all. And it's just like
it switches the vibes so differently. Like Marceline's such like
but
a
it's so good.
It's
so good. Yeah.
And it's just like ugh.
And then this gets like
part 2 if anything.
Yeah, honestly, listen to them together. Get the dichotomy. You need the dichotomy.
No,
I knew I was gonna work that word into. Now, Your Town is a masterpiece. Your Town is a masterpiece. I love this song so much.
And it's such like an underrated Willow song.
Yes,
too, like,
for
this
sure.
Should be like one of the biggest Willow
this should
songs.
be the wait a minute of this album.
It
for
really
sure,
should be.
because this is the best song in the album. This is my number 1. I'm just gonna say that now.
Why do you have to say that?
I had to.
My number 1's not gonna be different, but it's okay because they're all
How
equal.
dare you?
They're all almost equal.
So you're gonna lie to the podcast.
I mean, Your Town is my favorite, but if you're gonna take it, I will let you have that.
We don't have to take it. We can have It's not a competition, like.
But it should be. Just
okay. Well, I guess it could be.
No, we're not competing. We don't compete.
Okay, now Star,
she's good.
She's good.
I do like Star.
I like Star, but it's like.
I know I said that like everything down is good, and Star is a really good song, but she's like.
But when it's compared to all these songs
top 3.
before it and a couple of the songs afterwards, it's like.
Yeah,
she's good.
So true.
She's good, but it's not the best.
Next, we have the dreaded Wait a Minute.
Which, there's a lot of feelings we have about Wait a Minute for a lot of reasons.
I want to preface this. Wait a Minute is a great song.
Wait a Minute is fantastic.
Such a good song. So many good, like, vocals.
It's the song that got me into Willow, for a reason, because it's so good.
Yeah, like,
but...
Got a great vibe to it. There's so many like good like vocals that go on with that song.
Yeah,
that I just like, and then like the bridge is so good too. I think the bridge is probably my favorite part of that song because it like switches and then it goes back to the chorus, which is good.
Yeah.
Love that. Waves of Nature.
I love Waves of Nature.
Waves of Nature
this song, I
a good song too.
think no, it's Why Don't You Cry that has a nice music video. But I love Waves of Nature. A very good song. I like some of the repetitiveness it has.
Yeah.
It's repetitive in a good way. And then Why Don't You Cry has a great music video.
Why Don't You Cry?
Which not many songs have music videos, and the ones that do were during a dark period of time and also don't make any fucking sense.
Right.
So,
or stole from Lana Del Rey references.
Yeah, so... but...
Interesting.
Love Why Don't You Cry. It's a great song.
Yeah. So, okay, now that we've done... That's the whole album, right?
Yeah, that's the whole album.
That's the whole album. So now, top 3 for you. Go.
Top 3. So number 1 is going to be Your Town. Number 2 is probably going to be Random Song.
Okay. I like that.
And number 3 is going to be Frequency number 8.
Okay, I like that. Okay. My first is also gonna be Your Town since we're not competing.
We're not competing. It's the best song of the album.
Yeah, no, literally, that is the best song on the album for fucking sure. And then I'd have to say Marceline Part 2 second, and then I want to go with for third. I'd say I'd put my third as Random Song.
Yeah.
I'd put my third as Random Song.
Yeah, Random Song's so good. Underrated as well. Really underrated.
Okay, so now should we, because we kind of skipped the unreleased era.
Shit.
If you want to have your little moment on
yeah, we did.
the unreleased.
Okay, well, no.
I'm not too familiar with the unreleased Willow. Definitely have heard him. But
yeah.
I don't have enough, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because you're not as educated.
Opinions.
But you do have opinions on Female Energy.
That's very true. Female Energy Part
and
1.
Easy.
And Easy.
Her cover of a King Cruel song, which is kind of sucks now because... Oh, wait, no. That was Rex Orange County, though. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting things mixed up. But...
We're not talking about controversial people on the
pod. No.
We can definitely... I don't care about him.
No. But, yeah, so the unreleased Willow.
Let's start with where I can talk.
Yeah, Female
Female
Energy.
Energy Part 1.
A masterpiece.
So good. And there's a Part 1 for a reason.
There's a Part 1 for a reason, even though it's not technically called Female Energy Part 1, it's just Female Energy.
Right.
But Female Energy is so fantastic. Honestly, a great karaoke song.
Such a good visual.
Oh yeah, such a great visual.
Music video, visuals, I guess it's more visual because it's
But I think that might be a fan edit. I don't think that was released by Willow, but it's still cute. It's still the best, and it's up for a reason. She hasn't taken it down.
It's definitely if I was into, TRIPPING.
Yes.
I would be watching that. On the Curve TV.
Yes, just a thought. Just a thought.
Yes.
And then the Easy cover, which is the cover of King Cruel. That is also a masterpiece in my opinion. Her vocals are insane in that. The prettiest she's truly, actually I think the prettiest her voice sounds in general out of all of her songs. Where's my phone at?
I don't know. It's under your leg. Where it always is.
It's under my fat, thick leg. Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, then after Easy, he's pulling up the SoundCloud right now.
Yeah, because I have a Willow Smith playlist on every single platform I can listen to music on, and I actually have one on YouTube too. But that's neither here nor there.
I actually have one on YouTube too.
Yeah, but that's also partly a karaoke track thing. But
anyways. You know what? We have failed karaoke nights,
so many times. Canceled. There's just a lot. Your Love V2, such a good song. She uses an instrumental from the XX. I don't know. I can't remember the exact song, but it's so good, and it just. Her voice sounds... It's a summer song. It's a summer and a winter song at the same time, which is so crazy to me. It just has, a certain warmth to it that feels like, oh my God, either if you're listening to it in the summer, it feels like, oh my God, this is the moment. But if you're listening to it in the winter, it's it's giving you this, warm comfort. I don't know how to explain it. It's so cute. That. I love it so much.
You're gonna have to share me
Frequency number 3.
This is a SoundCloud podcast.
Yeah, the
SoundCloud playlist.
Yeah, I have a lot of SoundCloud playlists for you. Are you sure, Erotica? Also, and then Frequency number 3, which is so good. She really serves vocals. She serves theater kid vocals in that, and I kind of like it.
As a former theater kid.
As a former theater
definitely
kid.
See.
There's a lot more unreleased stuff, but this honestly is just a little bit too much to talk about.
Oh yeah, no, I literally. I'm looking at this playlist, and we just don't have time to.
I'm scrolling for seconds to get to the bottom. So.
Yeah, no, seriously. So, did you just kind of just pick your favorite ones?
Yeah, I picked my favorites.
Listen to those. They're on SoundCloud.
They're so
Honestly,
cute.
what I'll do on SoundCloud too is I'll link I think I can link the playlist to our podcast.
Slay. So it'll be related material.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's kind of jump back into it. Frequency 11. Which we just found out about.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting because this was not on here.
No.
And if anybody wants to say it wasn't.
It was, no.
Or yeah, it was. You're a liar.
You're literally a liar because I know for a fact this song was not on here 6 months ago. Yeah. I know that in my heart and soul, but it was released in 2016.
The actual Apple Music, Spotify, actual release discography, we fucking know.
We know that. Why would I not know that? Yeah. If I knew about Frequency number 7, which was released in 2015, why would I not know about Frequency number 11?
Right, and this also has the feature
Taylana.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is, but it's a really good song.
No,
honestly, it's getting added to the list.
Sick,
like
for sure.
I loved her.
Yeah, she's not worth skipping.
And that's what's crazy is it's like we're finding out about music from 2016 that Willow released, and we're like, honestly, this plays now. Like that's crazy.
For sure. So okay, so now that we've gone over Frequency 11, it's time to get into like
the second album, the first.
The second album, the first, which is like so weird because the first human being, and then the first. Like I like that.
I'm sensing a theme.
I'm really sensing a theme for sure. So first. Boy,
great song, a great introduction.
I very much remember that, like listening to that song, like on the plane to Vegas.
Yes.
When I went to Vegas, like this is when I really got into Willow. It was the first time I went to Vegas, like by myself. That was such a good song.
Yeah, and it's such a great introduction to the album. And it really sets the tone correctly.
And as a former cello player, love that whole song. I did work on that for a few months to like try to learn all the backgrounds to that, but it is it's so much. It's very complex, and I would need to like record all of it on GarageBand to like, layer it all together. But
and that's
oh my god, like
it's so
she
insane.
loves the cello too.
Yeah,
which is pretty fucking slay. There's so many like cello references, and I live for that personally.
Yes, An Awkward Life of an Awkward Girl is fully instrumental. It's great, beautiful instrumental. It's so pretty. It's really pretty. And usually I let it go especially if I'm going to listen to the whole album. I'm not going to skip this song because it's not long.
No. Not at all.
And I feel like if it was if it was even 30 seconds longer, it'd be too much.
Yeah, and I think it's a great bridge as well to And Contentment.
Yes, which is so good. Speaking of,
And Contentment is. Ooh, I almost want to say that might make my top 3.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I don't know. And Contentment is such a good song, especially like the way, like the flip at the end.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Now, this next song is Ho He. I don't know how to say that. Interlude. I love this song. It's off the wall too. It's definitely her like second most off the wall song for sure because it's talking about like ET and shit. But like, it's really good. I love it. I love her vocals in it. But. It's fantastic. It's so crazy that she like released 2 masterpieces in a row, Artipithecus and then the first. Like that's actually nuts to me.
You know what's actually nuts too is that these 2 albums are on vinyl.
Yeah.
Like these, I feel like I have done enough work in my life to be able to at least hear that on vinyl. Yeah. Personally,
just a thought.
That's fine.
Just a thought.
Next we have Israel, which
love this song.
I really do like Israel. She's not a favorite on the album for me, but it's very like gorgeous. Like,
but she's got to skip.
Away. Like,
yeah.
That's such a good part of the song.
It's very cute.
And then I just love the end because it just kind of cuts off too.
Yeah.
It doesn't really like it. The ending speaks for itself almost.
Yes.
And that's why I think she's got some good to it.
Now, oh no. I love this song. This is such a good song. Oh my gosh. This is definitely top 3 for me.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going to put it, but it's definitely up there. This song is just fantastic. There's so many different layers to it that make it just perfect. Honestly. Like, it's a perfect song to me.
Yeah, just like the backbeat is so good. Like, it coincides with the lyrics really well. And I really do love Oh Now so much.
There's just a lot of artistry in the song, and it just it paints a beautiful picture. It really does. It really does.
Picture painted.
Yeah. Warm Honey. I love Warm Honey. This is a karaoke song someday. For sure.
I think you've tried to do it at karaoke night, but
it was a failed karaoke night. I think.
So we've only had like 2 good karaoke nights.
No, literally, and it's been the 2 of us together each time.
Anyways, but no, Warm Honey is such a good song. She's very, very vocal, intuitive.
Yeah,
in that song, like honestly, some of the highest notes she's kind of hit.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. And this is a song I come back to a lot for sure. And like,
and it also like this showcases so much like how much Willow can just project her fucking voice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think this album really does get like into like where we can really see like Willow show off her voice.
Yeah, because this album. Okay, so let's
a harmonizing way.
Well, let's just talk about the instrumentals for a second, as compared to Artipithecus. Artipithecus was more of like a electronic dance beaty kind of vibe.
Yeah.
This is all guitars, violins, cellos, and that kind of classical acoustic instrumentals. While earlier, like Artipithecus is a masterpiece in its own way because it's so like the way she layers her voice and like it's a very great pop album. This is a very good like alternative indie where we're slowing it down a little bit.
And this is where the very
this is where the vocals come in for sure. This is where like genuinely some of her best vocals are on this album. And I think this was released. I think Easy was released during this time because Easy is a guitarish.
Yeah, and it very much does like coincide with
this. Yes.
Next we have Human Leech.
Human Leech, which is
Human Leech. Do you not like Human Leech?
No, I love Human Leech. Okay. It's just not one of my favorites.
Okay, yeah,
but
no, I think
it seems like it's a favorite for you, Girly
Squirrellys. It's a good song.
I love it.
I really just do love Human Leech.
Yeah, I love Human Leech.
It's not like it's very like vocal-ish, I would say. I just like the vibe of it. And I think this is almost like the only song I think that has electric guitar.
Yeah. Yes, this is the only song that has electric guitar on this album, I think, because this gets into a little bit of her like more rocky metal-ish vibe, which comes into play next album.
Right.
But this is definitely the beginnings of that.
And then next we have A Reason.
No, Lonely Road.
Oh, Lonely Road.
I love Lonely Road. Lonely Road's a good song.
Yeah, Lonely Road. I'm sorry, we're looking at a list and I'm just skipping things. Lonely Road, because I feel really bad because that's honestly
a very good song.
Too.
Yeah, which
Lonely Road is so good.
Yeah, Lonely Road is slays everything. Like, I mean, it's not gonna be in my top 3, but it's definitely my top 5. Like, it's number 4 for sure. For sure. Yeah. Now, Love A Reason. This is my mom's favorite Willow song for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why. She's like, it has a really positive message, and I'm like,
I think she tries to coincide that with you because you lit yourself on fire, maybe.
Honestly, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Like, there has to be a reason I'm alive. Like,
yeah, she's like,
Anthony, you need to find that reason.
She's like, you have to find the reason.
But yeah, no, I think A Reason, it's like...
It's a good song. It's a good song.
Her little vocal harmonies in it and like the little mid-section of the chorus.
Yeah, so very good. Now, Romance is one of my favorite songs of this album. I think it's the perfect way to close out this album for sure. It's just... It's long, but it needs to be long.
Yeah, and I think Romance almost sends more of a positive message
than A Reason. Yeah, for sure. And it's just like, it feels woke in a good way. Like, in a like, wow, this person's actually like thought about this kind of shit. You know what I mean? Not just like, oh, this person's trying to be woke to be woke.
No, yeah, because she's actually like speaking real things.
Yeah, real shit. It's really fucking great. Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. So now that we're at the bottom...
Top 3.
Should I do top 3 first?
Yeah, you do top 3 first.
Okay. Top 3. Let's see. I want to say number 1 is gonna be Human Leech for me. Number 2, I'm gonna say is Boy.
Slay.
And then number 3. Lonely Road.
Love.
3.
Gotta bring back, deserved it. Anyways, my top 3. I'm surprised Anne Contentment didn't make it into your top 3.
Yeah.
Like, she used to be your favorite. Yeah, she used to be your favorite, really, but also every Willow song used to be your all of our favorites at one point.
Like, ooh, this is the best Willow song.
Ooh. Okay, so number 1 for me is gonna be Oh No.
Okay.
For sure. I love Oh No. Number 2 is probably gonna be Warm Honey.
Okay.
And for number 3, it's gonna be Ho-E Interlude. I just think it's so weird and kooky and like fun and a good
Kooky
bananas, but I love it. It's a good kooky bananas.
Yeah. I look at that. I like that. Okay.
Now we're getting into the shorter albums, thank God.
Well, no, because they get short and then they get long.
Yeah.
Long and dark.
Long, dark, and demented and twisted. Twisted literally. And bristed.
So, next album is the Willow
self-titled album, which this is when you got into Willow.
And this is probably, I'm going to say, Willow's best album.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that, like, I
Yes,
love this
I
album
will
so
say
much
that
because it's all connected. I think that's what makes it my favorite song. Is like you put the song on, you put the first song on, it all coincides.
Yeah.
It all coincides together. All the songs loop together. Which, by the way, is so annoying because this is gonna kind of be a little tangent. Like,
I know you're
everybody
going
that
on.
says that when like Billie Eilish did like the bad guy to like whatever the fuck that song
Whatever's
is.
after bad guy, which
Like,
we can't even.
Isn't that song called 8 or something? No.
No, I'll check right now.
Whatever the fuck that song is. But yeah, that one. And then there's also like the Lady Gaga one where like
the Chromatica remix album?
No, not the remix album, but she goes like into 911. It goes like 911 from something else. I don't know
911 to whatever's after 911.
Yeah, no.
Bad guy to Zanny.
It goes to Zanny? No, it doesn't. That's a lie. That's a literal lie. You need to pull that up. Check your facts because that's not it. What the fuck song is that?
Bad guy to Zanny, you stupid bitch.
No, there's no
Bad
way.
guy to Zanny.
This has it wrong.
No, it doesn't. It's literally Spotify.
No, because it literally goes to the Where Did You Go? I Should Know. It's cold. It goes to that song.
So then, okay, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about from, it's not Bad Guy. Bad Guy doesn't start it. Where did you go?
No, it's not. Yeah, no, I'm so wrong. Why am I?
No, you're so fucking wrong. It's Bury a Friend to Ili Milo or whatever.
Ilo Milo. That's correct. Yeah. Bury a Friend to the Ilo Milo. They blend together. That's the point.
Yeah.
And then there's that other Lady Gaga song. And then there's bitches like, oh, they're so innovative. They never did that. Willow did that with a whole album.
Yeah, the entire album.
That's my point.
The entire album is interconnected.
I'm like so demented and stupid.
but it's real. Like,
no, it's real because she did like this whole album is so connected and it just flows so nicely together. That's my point.
Yes.
Anyways.
Now let's get into it.
Right.
Like a Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Obsessed. This song has made me cry in class before. I love this song so much. It's so good. The harmonies are insane. Her voice is this is like definitely some of the best her voice has sounded, especially when it's like all layered together.
Yeah.
And I get to talk about how I saw this entire album live.
Yes.
This live was so fantastic and transcendent. Like, I was in another plane.
Mm-hmm. Like a Bird. I really do like a Bird, but she's not gonna be my favorite on this top
this is
three.
definitely...
She's not gonna be on the top 3, but...
So this is gonna be your human
intro.
leech. Like...
Yeah. Like a Bird, definitely worth the listen. For sure, and very transcendent.
Yeah, yes.
Next.
Female Energy Part 2, which does Female Energy Part 1 justice, for sure. I think it's definitely not similar at all.
No, like her Part 1s and Part 2s
don't sound
together. Like,
no. But they're definitely very great, and they're both separately just such amazing songs that...
Right.
I can forgive that they don't sound anything alike.
No, yeah, they're so good. And then, like that makes me like think like if she ever did like a part 3 to like
oh my god,
Female Energy, how different that would be from the other
she
two.
should do a part 3 to both of them on her next album. I'm just saying because that would kind of like tie it all together. Really but whatever. But she's kind of departed from. Well, no, shit. Her most recent album's more similar to this than Life was.
For sure, yeah.
But
Time
Machine, ooh. Such a good song. It's not like gonna be in the top 3.
Yeah,
but I like Time Machine.
I really do like.
I love Time Machine. It's very good. Very, very. It's CJ's favorite song. Which,
really?
Yeah, it was like in his top 3 this year.
Oh, for Spotify Wrapped, yes, it was.
Yes,
I
it was.
Remember it was
number.
I was actually kind of surprised by that.
It was like number 3, I think.
One, but I like that. I definitely do like that.
No, Time Machine's cute. I like Time Machine. I don't like the weird lyric about like phones or whatever, but other than that, it's
and like
great.
What I really do like, going back to like the blending, I really like that Female Energy because. Bird and Female Energy are very like vibey, slow, like they're very like spoken, like very harmonized. This is very like
upbeat and more that.
It switches that, and then I kind of like it.
Yeah, it switches the vibe of the like album. Then Pretty Girls, so good, definitely top 3.
Pretty Girls. The end of Pretty Girls.
Oh, the end of Pretty Girls goes insane.
Transition into Samo Is Now.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Is Samo Is Now still Nate's favorite song?
Yeah, I think so. We haven't listened to Willow together in a minute, but
yeah. Samo is now
so good.
Song.
And you know my flex is that I know the like second part of the thing.
That is such a flex
And
for
the
you.
way when I was gonna address this on the pod. We set each other up for success because you played that in the car just like the other day, just to show off that I could do that. And I was like, honestly,
no, yeah, for real.
that's setting us like that's why we work together, and that's why the pod's gonna succeed. Now then interlude, I love it. It's so pretty.
Of
it's
all
so
the
cute.
interludes, I want to say though, this is like I want to say it's like my least favorite.
The weakest? Yeah.
I don't want to say it's the weakest, but it's my least favorite.
So it's the weakest.
Not the weakest because
it's not weak. It's
has
not
such
weak.
good harmonies to it.
Yeah, it is very,
It's
very
weak at
pretty.
all.
It's very pretty, and it's a great interlude.
It really is, and then it goes well with
Yeah, which kind of is the flop Tina of this album. It's just not that great of a. It's a good song. I like it, and if
I'm be sorry about that because like I don't know, this is like a
actually
Willow's not great with her features.
I'm gonna say something brave. This is the first skip of the Willow discography, as you know, because I never listened to that song. I listened to,
I mean,
which it sucks because the first.
I think that's right.
It sucks because the first skip is on the best album, but it's the truth. Like, and I love. I mean, good for them with their familial bonds or whatever. But we don't need to. You don't have to include your brother in everything.
Yeah, no.
Now going from the weakest song. This is it's like what Charlie XCX did on Crash. She put her worst song right next to the best song. Overthinking it is
that your number one?
I mean, it was my number one song for like 3 years.
Yeah.
I love this song so much. This is the best song off the album. This is
Point Blank Period.
Point Blank Period. Also, once again, a perfect way to close the album. Willow knows how to start and how to end albums.
She really
That's
does.
for sure.
She really does.
That is for sure.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say the same thing about the next album. Well, not Hey You, but
well, we'll get into that here.
we'll get into that.
Run it back. Okay, so
since we got to the end, we'll talk about our top
three.
threes.
You get to go first.
Okay, number one is Overthinking It. Obviously, she has the best aside from Easy, which is the prettiest vocals, these are her strongest vocals. Hearing this live was actually a life-changing experience. Like,
yeah, because
I would give anything to see it live again.
Right, and you said too because she's distorted in that song.
Yeah, she distorts
she's
all
not
her.
distorted live. Though.
No. And remember, I've shown you that live performance at that ball or whatever.
Yeah.
It's transcendent. Wow. Like, she does the craziest run in the world. It was insane. Number 2 is going to be Like a Bird. Okay. Love that. The harmonies I'm obsessed with. And then number 3 is going to be Samo's Now.
Okay. So,
love Samo's Now.
Beginning, middle, and end, or end, beginning.
Oh my god. End beginning, middle.
I like that. I like that. Okay. Word. Okay, I'm going to go. Let's do my top 3. So, I'm going to say my first one. First one is Pretty Girls. Pretty Girls is definitely the best song in my opinion on this album. Next, I would have to say is Overthinking It. Number 2, she's a very strong song. Definitely great way to close out the album, as you said, for sure. Definitely knows how to close out an album. And I want to say number 3, Female Energy Part 2.
Yeah. Yes, definitely up there. There.
Like any song, like all the songs on this album are so good. It's really hard to pick a top 3 almost.
For sure. Except for
Yeah,
Well,
we don't like that song.
We don't give a fuck about that. Sorry.
All right.
Now it's time for the feature album, which you just said she doesn't do good features, but this is not a feature.
A collaborative album.
Yeah, this is a collaborative album.
This is definitely one of the better albums.
And this was such a great release. Like, I loved this. I loved leading up to this. Although I was scared that every song was going to sound like Hey You. And if every song did sound like Hey You, I would be mad.
Yeah, no. And seriously, like, when we first heard this album, too, we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because the first 3 songs
yeah. No. This album starts a little rough. This album definitely starts rough.
Yeah.
But everything from Poolside Down is actually great, except for the dark. We'll get to the dark spot in that.
Yes,
that
we
list.
will. We will.
But I love the anxiety. So
yeah, no, I would love for them to make another album. But
yeah, for sure.
Let's get into what we have now.
This is the Anxiety self-titled album because it's called The Anxiety as well. Okay, yeah. So Hey You actually is a pretty good song.
Yeah.
I do like Hey You. It's not the best opener in the world. I don't think it should have been the first song on this album.
No.
But it's definitely a good song.
But I think I like that it is the first song, though, because it's really attention grabby.
Oh, it is really attention. It grabs a lot of attention,
and
for
like
sure.
it flips. This is also very genre flippy.
Yeah,
this flips the genre for Willow because this is more of a rock.
Yes,
it has
which
rock,
this whole album is
attributes. I want to say.
Yeah,
because it's not like
full on rock the way she goes.
Because it still holds true Willow.
Yeah, for sure. And Tyler Cole's good on this. Oh, that's who this album is a collaboration with, is Willow Smith and Tyler Cole. Tyler Cole's great. I love Tyler Cole. I don't love all of his work, but the album I have listened to I really love, which is
well, this is awkward.
Where in Love and the World is Ending, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Tyler Cole fan really at all. I'm glad that he had the privilege.
Yeah, Where in Love and the World
album.
is Ending. Yeah. Well, he produced like most of it, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think without Tyler Cole she would have made such a good album.
Yeah, for sure. And he also produced a lot of the self-titled album. So
that's very true.
So Fight Club is okay. Fight Club's not a great song.
Yeah,
it's definitely better than Believe That, but it's just not that great.
Well, no, I don't want to say that. I think that this is actually the weakest song on the album, Fight Club.
I would say Believe That's the weakest song.
Okay.
Well, or maybe Other Spot.
Yeah,
it might be maybe Other Spot, but that is just a really dark spot.
But I don't like Fight Club. It's just a lot of screaming, and I'm not like that's not my genre of music. Personally, it's just not for me. I can see why if people did like it. I don't know who does.
Yeah,
but like I can see why people would like it.
I just think she could have gone. It's either you go harder with the like heavy like the metal elements, or you like.
Right.
Just cut that entirely, but I don't like an in between.
Yeah.
Believe That is the weakest song in the album, in my opinion. It's just boring.
Yeah, I like it. I like that this is like, it's also the first song too that like you kind of get to hear more of Tyler Cole too. Almost. Yeah. And I kind of like that a little bit.
Maybe that's what I don't like about it, is I'm here for Willow mostly. And also, this song also got like a music video or something.
Yes, it did.
Which I also don't think it was deserving of, so that's partially probably why I don't like it, is because it's just like a little overrated by them personally. Yeah. But what's not overrated is Poolside.
Yeah, and I think everything Poolside down.
Except for the blank spot of darkness.
There's a miss, there's a blank.
But that's neither here nor there.
Poolside, it's when the album starts to get really good.
Yes, they sound so good together in this. This is a summer song as well. Like, she has a lot of summer songs.
She's a summer girl, for
She's
sure.
a summer girl. She's a summer girl, even though she's a Scorpio and a fall baby. Yeah. Like, she's definitely a summer girl. Yeah, fall babies become summer girls. Poolside's great. This interlude is fantastic.
This is my favorite interlude.
Really?
Yeah. I want to say that she's my favorite interlude.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to say that she's my favorite interlude.
Yeah.
Again, we get notes of cello. We already said how I feel about that. I think the interlude on this album is probably the strongest interlude of all the interludes.
I think this is my second favorite.
This is also the last interlude she does, right?
Yeah. I just checked. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Okay. Entertain. Fantastic. Love Entertain. Great song. Are You Afraid is all right. It's a good song.
I like
I'll listen to it, but it's definitely not something I go back to necessarily, as opposed to like I will go back to Entertain. I will go back to Poolside to Entertain. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a good song. It's just not as great as the rest of the album is. Now we're at the blank spot of darkness.
Right.
Do you wanna talk about this?
So,
because
here's the thing. So kind of a little tangent. When I got my bass, like this was one of the songs that I actually learned first. This like that bass backbeat. I wanted to learn that, just like that quick thing, because I knew I could pick it up really easily. Yeah. I really did like that song, and that song actually ended up being, I do believe, this was back when I was still using Apple Music, so this is when I had Apple Music replays. She was my number one song because I spent so much time learning the bass line to it. I really did like this song at first, but as time went on and people found this song,
and it was played a billion times on TikTok, Meet Me at Our Spot is
literally
bad.
shut up.
Sorry,
Yeah, no.
we need to say the
Yeah,
words.
no, Meet Me at Our Spot became bad. For me.
I never liked
liked
Meet Me at Our Spot.
I liked it. I thought it was good. Like, you know, I think that this was also the song that kind of like made me like, oh, okay, Tyler Cole's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
I will give it that.
Yeah.
Tyler Cole does sound better than Willow on this song and this song alone, but it's just, I've always found it a little corny, I guess. Caught a vibe. Like, I just don't like it that much. And I never have, and I never really will.
That's what's annoying too, is like people will be like, caught a vibe. I'm like, shut up.
Shut up. That's
because
not...
you literally didn't catch the vibe.
No, you didn't.
Like, literally so long.
So, yes.
When Willow had so much music to already catch a vibe on.
Yeah.
This is what you caught the vibe on? Like, okay, whatever.
It's just whatever.
It's fine.
The System, though. I love The System.
The System got a music video.
This is a song I come back to all the time, too. They sound great together. They really do. Like, also it just has a really great message, and it's a great song.
And it's crazy that they really timed this album out
perfectly.
Yeah, enough to like get like good content for a music video for this, which is why I very much like appreciate this song.
Yeah. After You Cry. Oh my god. No words. Once again, she knows how to close a fucking album because this is the best song on the album once again.
For like a really like rock alternative album. Like great way to close it.
Great way to close it.
Great way to
And once again, insane vocals on her part. I would kill to see this live, especially at the end.
I need to hear her do that vibrato like section.
Girl. It's so insane. You guys have to, like, if anything, you guys have to listen to this song for that alone, just for the end of that, because she goes crazy. And Tyler Cole sounds really good in the song, too.
He does, too, yes.
Both people are really holding up their own, and it's just such a great way to close it. Now, top three. You start first.
Okay. So I'm going to say number one is going to be Entertain for me. Entertain. I didn't really talk much about Entertain. I think I kind of glazed over it. But Entertain is definitely my favorite song. I think her high notes go in a little bit.
A wee bit.
Number two is going to be After You Cry for me. And then I want to say Poolside. Poolside will always is a timeless song for me.
Yes.
But she's just not the best. She's not the best song on the album, but she's good.
Very good. Because she's when it starts getting good. Oh, shit.
That's okay.
She's when it starts getting good. There we go. So my top three. Number one, After You Cry.
Word.
So fucking good. A masterpiece of a song, truly. Number two is going to be Poolside. I love her. Come back to her all the time. She's a classic. And then number three is going to be The System.
Okay. I like that.
Now, we have a couple singles to talk about real quick. Surrender, which this is the beginning of the Rise EP era, which is a departure from...
A big departure,
but in a good way, in a great way. In the same way, in the same way that, like, Artipithecus... Well, the first was a departure from Artipithecus. She does the exact same thing and goes from... But instead of going from electric, she goes from kind of rock electric to acoustic again.
Right.
Now, Surrender, this song is all in a different language. I don't know what language it is. Yeah. I don't want to say to sound ignorant.
Yeah, but it's all in a different language. It's gorgeous.
Yes, it's very pretty. It's very cute.
Like, it's... in like the I don't want to say like interlude. It's like a bridge because it's like a break where they're not singing.
Yeah,
like, where they just like kind of go in on the guitar and the violin. Which Genevieve Harris.
Yes, love her. Oh, and this is not the end of the collaborative eras because this is another collaborative album. She did 2 collaborative albums in a row, and they were great. Both of them were very good.
Were.
Now, which do you like more? I know which one I like more.
Of like the Anxiety or the Rise EP.
Yeah.
I don't want to compare them almost because they're just they all hold their both good attributes that I just don't think are really comparable just because of the musical genre and the person that they're working with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Tyler Cole couldn't produce that sound.
That's true.
Genevieve
that is true.
Produce what's on the Anxiety. So like I don't personally like to compare them, but if we're gonna say which one I would lean to more. I would probably say the Rise EP just because honestly, it's Willow. It's like
it's very much
Willow.
Yeah.
In the sense of like I can't get enough of that.
Yeah.
Like the
and it was more fun to
album,
sing, I think.
The Anxiety album can get tiring. And, like,
yeah.
Because it's just like, it's Willow's almost like first attempt at that genre.
Yeah.
And it was a good, solid attempt. And I like it. And I really do like that album. But she knows what she's doing in the Rise EP.
The Rise EP, here's the thing. I think the Anxiety has skips. The Rise EP doesn't.
It doesn't. That's where you get me. And that's why.
That's where the realness is real. Okay. But sorry, we almost skipped Reconciled, which we did in real life because it's just a guitar solo and it's cool.
Yeah,
but
it's cool. It's vibey. I
see,
like it.
This is the problem. It's An Awkward Life of an Awkward Girl knew to be short. Reconciled did not know to be short. She decided to release a 3-minute guitar solo. I'm a little interested in the thought process behind that.
Right.
Thought processes.
Okay, but should we just jump into the Rise EP then?
Yep.
Okay.
With its
Rise
namesake,
EP.
the Rise song is the first one. This is a great way to start the album. It really sets the tone. They sound so good together. I think their voices also blend together way
better
more
than her and Tyler.
I
will agree with you on that.
For sure, because. Plus we've seen them both sing it live, and that was insane. So, the Rise EP is great. I mean the Rise song is great. I don't think it's the best song on the album, but it's definitely a great intro for sure. Gajendra, this is definitely one of the top 3s.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
But here's the thing though. There's only 6 songs on this, so half of it's gonna be a top 3.
So half of it's gonna be a top 3. I just think it's pretty upbeat and like so. Rise is definitely a slower song. This takes it upbeat and it goes back to slow again with the door.
And I had a few more things to say about it.
Okay, yes, of course.
The violin solo,
so good.
And then it transitions into Genevieve singing, which love like
obsessed.
that. Like this is really where she like kind of gets to show off like her vocals.
Oh yeah,
and
for
I
sure.
really do like it because it is like it's literally repeating the same like verse 2 and 3 times, and then Willow comes in with it. So good too.
Also, this is a karaoke song.
Yes,
this is a karaoke song.
Yes.
Yep. Adore. Love this song.
Adore. I do.
This
really
song
do
is
like
so
Adore.
pretty. It's
with the kalimba,
very slow. It
so
takes
nice.
it back for a sec, and it's just it's very good. Born to Give. Love Born to Give.
Yeah,
it's so good.
She's the longest. I almost feel like it's the longest song Willow's ever put out too.
Yeah, it's a pretty long song.
I think it's
a
like
pretty
a 5
long
minute
song.
long song. I do believe. I want to say it's. And here's the thing. I really do like that song, but they repeat the same thing 4 times.
Yeah. Can you open
Which it's like nice because I think it's like it's like an affirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like meant to be repeated, and then like they have like the end like harmonization. So good.
Yeah, it's it's definitely her longest song, I think.
Actually, no, Overthinking It's longest song.
Is it?
I want to say so.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
barely.
But going back to the Rise EP, after that we have Brahma's song.
Which is not in English.
So and I do also I would probably say that like I don't like the guitar in it. Really. I think it's just kind of a boring song.
Honestly, I did kind of forget about these last 2 songs. This is not the last song is also
Kairava ties into Surrender too.
Yeah.
I do believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they tie in. But I don't think this is the greatest way to end the album. It's not like every single album before this has been like the last song was perfect.
I think like out of all the songs within this EP though, it's the right one to be the last song.
Yeah.
I would say that it's definitely the right song, and I like the way like the low violin at the beginning.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gorgeous.
I think it's very pretty.
It's very much a well put together song, and it does
very beautiful instrumentals all throughout the entire EP.
Yes, like just I think everything. There's so much good within this EP.
Yeah.
That.
Love it.
And then just like I remember when this album came out too.
Oh yeah, that was like a moment in time. Like this was when we were really in like we were both at this point super fans. Like I mean we still are.
Yeah, for real. But this is when the super fan era started.
Yeah. Well, no, and then we also listened to this during a Molly Monday.
Yes.
And that was super fun. That's a vivid memory I have of this album.
Yes.
Now we're getting into
deep, dark, decrepit era of Willow that we...
This is when we almost stopped being fans of her, because if things would have continued the way they were going,
yeah,
absolutely we would have stopped being fans. Honestly, like
yeah.
I would have still listened to all her old music, but I would stop.
Just like anything after,
I would probably, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a collab or two on here that I'm just like, I don't really
There's
know.
a lot about this album I
really
don't
just
like.
don't know what you're doing here.
And you know what? It sucks
that's
because
how I felt, you know.
She released Transparent Soul. That was the first single off this album, and it's the start of this album. And this is,
Soul
oh wait, we didn't do top threes.
Oh.
Sorry. Top three of the Rise EP.
Go. Just name them.
So number 1 is gonna be Godgendra. Number 2 is gonna be Adore. Number 3 is gonna be Rise.
Okay, I like that. Number 1's gonna be for me, Godgendra, Born to Give, and then Rise.
Yep.
Perfect.
Moving on.
We've already moved on.
Sorry, that was just a retroactive. Okay. So Transparent Soul, great single, honestly. I really like this song. Yeah, I mean, it's a little overplayed now.
Yeah, and as the lead single, I think that this was... Willow, here's the thing, and we're going to get into it a little bit more, but Willow is not the greatest at picking her singles.
Yeah, don't pick your best songs for your singles. Yeah, sorry.
Like, I get it in the sense of...
That's why Beyonce released Break My Soul. You got to pick one of the worst songs in the album.
And that's that on that.
Good enough to get people's attentions, but not the best song in the fucking album. And that's what she did when she released Transparent Soul, because that is genuinely one of the best songs on the album, and it sucks that it was out for so long before the album came out.
This album did kind of have like a long wait period.
It did. And she only released a couple singles, because she released Lipstick and
Naive.
No, Naive wasn't a single. Lipstick and I think Forever, right? No,
I think it was just Lipstick.
Yeah, just Lipstick, which also one of the best songs of the album. So she released 2 of the best songs of the album, and then the rest of it was, honestly, in my opinion, meh. I love Naive.
It's a very mid album for Willow, which is very disappointing, because
which sucks.
Everything before was so good.
Yeah.
So it's just like hard for us as listeners to like have to change.
Yeah, to have to go from like
deal with that change.
Albums that like you can listen to almost every single song on it, to then like most of the song. Like I genuinely like 4 of the songs on this album.
Okay. And that's valid. So
4 of the songs on this album. Let's just real quick blaze through this bitch.
This is gonna be the quickest one. Transparent Soul. She's good, not great. I like it. It was a good lead single.
It's the best song on the album, but that's not saying much.
And she does continue with, it's a good way to open up the album.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good. It's hypey.
Definitely.
I like it.
Fuck You's not a real song. It's just them doing some quirky... Fuck you! Fuck you! That's not cute. I'm sorry. I want real music.
Well, I mean, you're right.
It's the truth.
Oh no! And then next we have Gaslight, which Gaslight I like Gaslight. I think that's.
I don't like it.
I think
it's alright.
You don't like it?
I don't like Gaslight. Okay. I don't like most of these songs. Like
that's
actually,
fine. I think Gaslight's a pretty good song. It fits the vibe of this album. This album does transition into more hard rock.
Yeah, for sure.
Did. So like we knew the anxiety was coming. This was gonna be next.
Yeah. I just like, and here's the thing, I've tried to listen to this album multiple times. Oh, I do like Don't Save Me a little bit.
Yeah, Don't Save Me is the next
Don't
song.
Save Me is kind of good.
Don't Save Me is a good song. I really do like that song.
I do like that one. I like Naive. Naive is definitely the best of the new songs that weren't already singles.
And she hits one of her highest notes in that song.
Yes. And her vocals, she serves vocals in this song, that's for sure.
Yes,
and I love Lipstick. Lipstick is great. Lipstick on the mirror. She definitely serves vocals in this too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I really do like Lipstick. Definitely, we've kind of already gone over my top 3. Almost,
yeah, honestly. And then there's only 4 good.
Come Home is forgettable for me. I really like, you could play this song for me and be like, what the fuck song is this?
It's forgettable.
Like,
it's forgettable. Yeah. Forever I like.
Yeah, I do like Forever.
I like Forever. Extra, I like the beginning of.
I like Tiara Wax first.
Well, yeah, I guess, but I don't really...
I like it because it fits Tiara Whack, which, like, I personally would not do an artist deep dive on Tiara Whack.
But...
Because she just doesn't have enough music for me to really deep dive.
Yeah, but what I've heard is good. Like that one fucking Melanie Martinez song.
Ooh,
Love.
good song.
Yes.
Good
Yes,
song,
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
So yeah.
Now we're getting into the real dark shit of this album.
Yep.
Grow featuring Avril Lavigne. I'm sorry, this song is fucking horrible.
Yeah, I think this song. I just feel like the song was not put together.
This shouldn't be. This
It was
song
unhinged.
should have actually been deleted, scrapped, thrown away. This song should have never been. This song should have never existed. This song literally is the worst song in this album, and is actually maybe one of the worst Willow songs. Period. Mm-hmm. It's just so shitty pop. It's not even shitty pop. It's shitty something else, which doesn't make any fucking sense on this rockish album. Mm-hmm. Like this, and I'm not gonna say metal because I don't think this album's particularly metal, but this album's like rock.
It's difficult too because like Avril Lavigne's gone through so many like changes,
and it's like
genres, and it's like you don't know where you are.
You're bringing Avril Lavigne onto a rock song, and I know she does pop music now. Bring it out for this one song. Why are we doing grow like that? It's fucking bad, and the lyrics are bad. It's bad songwriting all around. The instrumental is horrible. It's grating. It's annoying as fuck, and I hate this song, and it should have never ever been made.
Mm-hmm. And y'all might consider that a hot take, but go listen to it.
But go fuck yourself.
Go listen to it and listen to every other.
It's so bad.
You will have the same opinion.
And then Breakout, I literally don't remember. I couldn't tell you what the song sounds like.
There's things to like in it.
Okay.
There's things to like in it. I wasn't gonna say I like it, but there's things to like in that album, in that song.
Mm-hmm.
Now
we get into some even darker stuff, which is fucked up. Oh yeah, we have to.
Despite how bad this album is, there's still a top 3. There's still good songs in it.
Yeah.
So
for sure,
I'll go first. I'm gonna say my number 1 song is probably gonna be Naive. Number 2, Lipstick, and then number 3, Gaslight.
Number 1 is gonna be Naive. Number 2 is gonna be Transparent. No, number 2 is gonna be Lipstick 2, and then number 3 is gonna be Transparent Soul.
Okay.
Slade.
That's good. That's good. That's like working with what we got.
Working with what we got. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Okay, now just when you think the dark era might be over, you might be able to see the clouds, the light at the end of the tunnel. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
This doesn't have Emo Girl in it.
That's okay. Do we even need to talk about Emo Girl?
We do need to talk about Emo Girl because it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can talk about it. So, this is the collapse era of Willow. And I really wished it wasn't an era. I wish it was just, one song.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
It's just, none of these songs are good. So, we're talking about Psycho Freak featuring Camila Cabello.
Camila Cabello.
Or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Well, I do. I just don't care to. Because I hate her. And then also fucking Emo Girl by MGK.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no. All these songs are bad. So, we don't even really need to get into it. Yeah, but MGK Emo Girl is the worst of the collapse.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely, in competition with Grow as one of her worst fucking songs.
Yeah, and,
it's just not good. It's just such lazy songwriting and such, this dumb bullshit.
Kind of a little thing, too. Remember when Willow was supposed to go on tour with Billie Eilish?
Yeah.
And then she decided to do it with MGK.
Which is a little confusing, because I would have actually, as much as, even though I have my reservations with Billie Eilish, which we can one day get into, we should do an artist deep dive on her.
No, we're gonna.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Anyways, yeah, I would have at least appreciated a song with them because they could have sounded great together. They would have sounded good.
They really would have.
That would have been a good song. I would have loved that. I would have popped my pussy to that. Mm-hmm. But then there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, because we get Purge with Sick Brain.
Which Purge featuring Sick Brain, that's a good song. It definitely, I thought it was going to be on her most recent release, which is Coping Mechanism, because it sounds so similar and it's definitely the same vibe. It's not. It would have fit on that album for sure. It wasn't on that album, but what really was the light in the tunnel, which we especially needed because when this song came out, we were in the middle of our 2-week bender. We were both dark, nasty times. Malevolent spirits were upon us. Things were not going. This was not a good time, and this is a breakup song, and we were going through breakups. This was released at the perfect moment, and it gave us hope. Truly.
It really did, because this was also a point where there was only one verse released of this. It was just the chorus, and we were like, oh my god,
Oh my
Something
god.
good is
Oh my
finally
god.
coming.
Yeah, something good is coming. Something good is coming.
So,
and
yes.
what's so crazy is if she hadn't released this and if she released something else that was bad, I probably would have been like, I'm taking a step back from Willow.
Yeah, because like PinkPantheress she was already kind of blown up on TikTok. Like,
yeah.
Of all the people of like TikTok people, because I will consider Machine Gun Kelly a TikTok person.
Yeah.
I won't be sorry about that.
Yeah.
Of all the people she could have collaborated with that got good music from TikTok, I'm glad that she did.
I'm glad it was PinkPantheress for sure. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Like, just they can both hit really high notes. It's
yes,
just a good song.
And they both sound so good, and it's just everything. I love this song so much on repeat.
Very much an important song for me,
yeah.
especially like in the last year of Willow music. Such an important song
for sure, and especially this is like This song is a turning point where Willow's back on her good music shit because. Let's get into Coping Mechanism, her most recent album, which we were supposed to start the pod off with.
But honestly, I'm glad that we've gone through the journey and you guys have been here with us. Because, yeah. So, jump right into it. This is not in order.
Not in order at all.
Not in order at all. But let me just go ahead and get the album pulled up because I like it in order.
Yeah.
Okay, first song, which
okay,
was also...
wait. No, we need to preamble this.
Oh, right.
Okay, while this album is really good, we heard half of it before it was ever released.
That's true.
That's too much.
How many songs?
How many of these songs were...
1, 2, 3, 4 out of 11 songs were singles.
Which that's a fucking lot. Sorry. I mean, like...
And it's what's also kind of annoying is that some of the singles are also the best
songs on the album. So it's like, girl, don't give us your best.
Yeah,
and like
I just want a little bit of a tease.
Genuinely, I would have appreciated it way more if she like released "You're a Stranger" or
No Control.
Yes, "You're a Stranger." Well, no, "No Control" because "No Control" is one of the best songs of this album. Don't release that.
Oh wait, "No Control" and maybe "Falling Endlessly."
Yeah, no, I feel like she should have released "Falling Endlessly," "Split," and "No Control." No, and "You're a Stranger."
Okay.
That would have been good.
I think that, yeah.
Because
I
it saves all of the best songs except for Split. Split's so good. Okay, sorry, we're getting out of order.
All right, so now let's just jump into Maybe It's My Fault, which was a single.
Yes, which I think was the second single.
Yeah,
second
Hover
single.
Like a Goddess was first.
Really?
I believe.
I think so.
I want to say yes.
I think that's right.
But Maybe It's My Fault and Hover Like a Goddess came out very...
They came out like one right after the
other.
other.
But Maybe It's My Fault, I think, was probably, a good way.
It's a good opener. I think it definitely sets the tone for it.
Like,
and it was first. It was Maybe It's My Fault, then Hover Like a Goddess.
Okay,
Curious Furious. So,
Curious Furious was a single too. Fuck.
Yes,
we didn't even skip that. Okay, next. Okay, so Maybe It's My Fault. It's a good opener, not my favorite opener.
Yeah, it's a good song. I really like it.
Yeah, and this is also Willow's album where she really gets into like the screaming era.
Yeah, she does get into the screaming era.
Here's the thing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think that this is like the versatility of... It's a new level of versatility with Willow's voice that we finally get to see.
Yeah, and also I think... What this album has that the other album before it doesn't is she really goes hard in all the songs.
Right.
Like, Life feels... She doesn't go
it's a little
rock enough.
It's a little weak.
She doesn't go, like...
She doesn't go there.
Yeah, she doesn't go for the genre. She, like, kind of mixes between pop and rock at the same time. And it's like, this is not good. It's just, you need to go there. And she really goes there on this album.
Right.
Like, she actually, like, genuinely has a lot of very great metal instrumentals, and her vocals are fitting the instrumental perfectly. Falling Endlessly, which, okay, here's how I also feel about this album. When I first listened to it all the way through, I didn't like all the songs.
Yeah.
But upon listening to it again, I really like Falling Endlessly. It's a pretty good song.
I like Falling Endlessly too. I like the guitar riffs in it.
Yeah, I really do.
They're like cute and bendy and blendy, and they're just nice.
Ooh.
They're just nice.
Nice. It's like my coffee blended.
Curious Furious.
Third single. Really good. I mean, I wish I could have. I wish
this would have been an album saver.
Yes,
Should have been an album saver.
Wish it wasn't a single though. That's what sucks. Why is okay?
Yeah, I want to say almost probably the weakest song
Yeah,
on the
definitely.
album.
I think one of the weakest songs.
Weakest song on the album.
For sure. Coping Mechanism, it's all right.
It's
It's
good.
definitely not a standout, but I'll listen to it. Like, I will skip Why and listen to Coping Mechanism.
Yeah, and I also going back to why don't you cry?
Yeah, it's like you could have tied it in or something. You could have at least had a reference for sure.
I wish, but it's fine.
Split, fourth,
a top 3 for me.
Yes, I love Split so much. And she released this like a day before she released the album, so I appreciate that. I didn't have too much overexposure with this, but I mean, I wish she wouldn't have done that because that's kind of stupid. Why are you releasing a fourth single?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's the new thing to like kind of do before the album comes out. Because like Charlie XCX did that with the Crash album, but that bitch put out the whole album before the fucking thing.
Yeah, so she's also a fucking shouldn't do that too.
Single droppers.
Hover Like a Goddess, love.
I like Hover Like a Goddess. I just don't want it on this album. I just don't want it on this album.
Yeah.
I just don't really necessarily. I can see where it fits. I just don't know
why it's on here. I don't think it. Yeah, I also think that part of that could be like overexposure because it was a single.
Yeah, and I just like the way that this was like.
That's how I feel.
The second single, I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Yeah, this is the second single, and I missed the single for a little bit because it just wasn't on my radar at all. Yeah. And like, it's definitely the weakest out of the singles for sure. Yeah, for sure. You're a Stranger. She performed this live. It's Mike's favorite song. I already told you that. But it's good. I like it. Especially, I like You're a Stranger, and I like listening to it into Perfectly Not Close to Me.
Her vocals in it are so pretty.
Like, yes.
Bringing back like heavy metal into vocals, I think it blends it so well.
So well. Very, very well. Now, the next two we already talked about.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. More on You're a Stranger. The belting notes.
Ooh.
Great.
Yeah. When she starts belting, because she mixes being like belty and being really pretty, like vocals.
Yes.
Very well in this song. Mm-hmm. Now, the next two songs we've already talked about because they were on media last week. Perfectly Not Close to Me featuring Eve's Tumor and No Control.
Top 3 is on
just so good. I'm so thankful these were not singles.
Yeah, because these like she held out for a reason.
Yes, I'm very thankful. Like, thank you God. And then Batshit's okay. It's definitely not the most amazing album closer in the world.
Yeah, it's hype enough to be an album closer for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I see why it's at the end.
I don't particularly love it. I don't particularly. It's okay.
She's all right. Yeah.
But this album, fantastic.
It's truly a great little light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, truly, and I hope she continues with this.
What's going on?
No.
What's going on? Sorry. We're in a basement. We're recording.
I won't say sorry because you're fucking with the plastic Barbie.
We will not. But anyway, we were really fucking interrupted.
Yeah.
Let's say it. I'm glad that this was like a good light at the end of the tunnel. There's good to come.
There's great in this album. Like,
and there's good to come in the future.
Yeah, for sure. And I hope she sticks with this. Mm-hmm. And honestly, no. I hope she goes back to acoustic for a sec. I really wanted to bring it back to the acoustics.
I do think it's time. My hopes and dreams.
And I think she knows it's time. That's what we should talk about. What do you think is next for Willow? Like, I hope it's acoustics.
Let's do our top 3 and then we'll do that.
Oh yeah, top three for this album.
Okay, so top 3. You're going first.
Okay.
I want you to go first for this.
So, number 1 is going to be Perfectly Not Close to Me.
Okay.
My favorite song on the album. And No Control is going to be number 2, obviously, especially because they go right into each other so well. And then number 3 is going to be Split. I just think the songwriting, especially the lyricism in Split, is so pretty. And her voice is so good. So good.
Is it going to be... like, we're about to have the same top 3. Different places.
Just slightly different places.
So, I'm going to say number 1 is No Control for me. Yep. That was my media reference last week. I'm still listening to that song probably like 2-3 times a day. Yep. Honestly, I really do love No Control. It's been such like a long time before I've like found a Willow song like in the past few years that I'm just like, oh, I'm fucking...
That's had me in a hold like that.
Hold, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to say No Control, and then I'm going to go with Split, and then Perfectly Not Close to Me. We have the same top 3. Get over it.
Get over it.
Get the fuck over
They were the
it.
best songs of the album.
We chose to do an artist deep dive over an artist we similarly like and are happy that she's putting out good music again.
And we've had a couple
these
similar top 3s.
These are the top 3 songs.
That's okay.
Of this album.
Now
let's see.
Futures.
Now
the future. I've always wanted. She either needs to go with a hyper pop album, which I've been wanting forever, or back to basics. Get it acoustic.
Back to basics.
Get it acoustic. And
Billie Eilish said in her most recent interview that that's what she's looking forward to the future is back to basics. And if Billie Eilish goes back to basics and Willow goes back to basics,
I'm
gonna be happy. I'm really gonna be happy with that. I think that
but
would
it's
be
also like
amazing.
When you only have 2 albums out, going back to basics, it's like...
Yeah, but goddamn, Billie Eilish has done so many things, but like we can get back to it.
We will get into that when we get into that episode.
She'll probably be our third like...
Artist deep dive, probably. Because next is SZA for sure.
Yeah, just for sure. The timing, SZA's gonna be next.
Yeah.
But Willow in retrospective for you.
For me, she's actually like one of the most important artists in like... I don't think I necessarily got across how obsessed with Willow I was. Like, she's all I listened to for, like, forever. Mm-hmm. And, like, I've been listening to her for so long, since I was, like, 15, 16 maybe.
Like Anthony's saving grace for y'all is Willow.
Yeah, like, I love Willow, and this has just been such a fun episode because I've gotten to talk about my favorite artist, and that's the first time I've said fun in so long. Yes. Slay! But no, like she's just such a like, and she's just such a performer, and she's like has such a unique creative voice, artistically, and like her actual physical voice, like how it sounds.
Yeah,
I just obsessed. I love her.
I think Willow, in like a retrospect sense for me, I just love this bitch. I love this bitch. And I think that she has really defined, like, my taste in music, almost. Mm-hmm. Like, the way, like, I compare so many artists that I listen to Willow. Like, if your vocals aren't really matching what Willow can do, or if I'm like, oh, Willow could do that better.
Yep.
She could do that better. And, yeah, she's a very... very influential to me.
Yeah, I just think she's a wonderful creative.
And just like Willow is a person too, outside of the music. Willow is just a fucking cool fucking person.
Yeah, she's a pretty cool person. Like, just seems like a good person. Seems like she's just trying to like live her life and like get shit together the best she can, And
living in the spotlight.
And what's so weird is like, I don't know, my mom would be like, Willow makes sad music or whatever, but I find that a lot of her music is very positive and uplifting. Like,
in a way,
all of her stuff has a good message at the end of the day.
Yeah,
like, even if there is some...
You have to go through dark things to see the light.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we saw through this discography.
Hey, perfect example. But now, do you want to get into media? Because we're about to close this up. This has been such a long episode.
No, for real. And, like, we're not cutting any of it.
No.
We did this all in one take, mamas.
And you're getting it.
We knew what we were doing here. We came
prepared. We came
prepared.
prepared.
Really
we even have our media all figured out, too, because, do you want to start? Because I think I started last time.
Do I want to start? I think you should start again.
Okay, so my first song is gonna be the Spill the Milk LCY remix off Trinity Deluxe by Eartheater.
Okay.
Yes, I usually don't like remix albums, but I really love this. It's like if Sophie did a Nightcore remix of Spill the Milk by Eartheater.
Really?
Yeah, I'll put it on the Hyperpop album.
Okay.
On the Hyperpop playlist.
Yes.
It's so beyond good. I just think I also think it helps that the reference material is so good, but it's just, it's a great remix. I love it.
Love that for you. My first is going to be Noticed I Cried by PinkPantheress.
Slay.
I've really just been listening to that album kind of nonstop.
Yeah.
And my PinkPantheress era has kind of started now. I'm a little late to the game. But I think that's definitely my favorite song off that album. Off like the new things I've been like listening to, I think PinkPantheress for sure.
I had a PinkPantheress phase for like a couple, like for like a week, but like I haven't gone in on her the way I probably should. Mm-hmm. The way I probably will. What is my... Sorry. So then the second song for me is going to be... Sorry.
I want to do something old. I'm honestly changing my top 3. I kind of want to do something that, like, we haven't really talked about in a while.
Okay.
So...
Zip by Rakky, Ripper, and Chase Icon. A hyper pop bop. Like, it goes hard. It goes really crazy. And, like, a lot of it's in Spanish. So I don't necessarily know what she's saying. But, like, I love what I hear. Like, it's so fucking good. It's and I haven't had a good hyper pop song in my playlist in a second. And it just feels nice. Feels nice.
I have a quick question for you. What do you think about a Paramore deep dive? Do you think that you know Paramore enough to do a deep dive?
No, I don't know Paramore enough to do a deep dive.
Kind of thoughts on it. Like, I feel kind of.
I have a lot of Paramore songs. We could do a Paramore song.
My next song is just gonna be a Paramore song.
Do it.
CrushCrushCrush.
Slay.
I've really been anticipating the Paramore album because at first when she dropped the This Is Why song, I'm like, oh, interesting. But like as I've like listened to it more, I've really been liking that song. But just kind of bringing it back, CrushCrushCrush, so good, such a good song. I'm sure most of you have already listened to that, but hey, if you haven't listened, she's on my media this week.
She has to be. Now my final media of the week is going to be called Apologies by Rowena Fysx. Fysx. I'm going to go Rowena Fysx. This is definitely a departure from the last 2 songs because it's not hyper at all. And it's purely guitar and drum. And it's a sad song. It definitely is vibey. And it reminds me of the Death Note soundtrack, which makes me emotional, like, just inherently like that. That makes me want to cry already. It's just so fucking good.
Yeah, no, that's good. Oh, what I noticed about this episode, we're not going to have an interlude because we didn't even take a break.
Oh, we didn't take a break at all!
Word. That's fine. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. There was like, maybe we should take a break, but we were just really into it.
I didn't even think of it. No, I actually didn't think of it.
We were gonna do a break. It's fine. I don't need a break. These bitches need to know.
Yeah, for sure.
Last song for me, Akasaka Sad.
Oh my god. Yes.
That is like,
ooh,
you know,
that's a good song.
I love that song so much. It's one of like my favorite Rina Sawayama songs, and she really did us dirty with that new album. And like to the people, I have to say that that album is good.
It's not.
What's
Hold the
wrong
Girl
with
is
you?
not a good fucking album.
What
I'm
is
sorry. It's
wrong
so
with
bad.
you? Like
Frankenstein is okay.
That's like maybe the one good song.
That's the only good song. That's the only song I like.
Yeah, no.
Everything else on that song is actually on that album is actually so bad.
Ranted and wrong.
Anyways,
Shelf should have been the shelved album that PinkPantheress' new album was.
Yes, literally. Whatever. So is that it? Is that the deep dive complete? This was so long, and you guys are so welcome. Like, honestly,
you're so lucky. This is like probably, I want to say like an hour and a half of content.
Yeah, we're going crazy. But
this is a deep dive's not going to be that long because she doesn't have that many songs.
Nope.
So
and we went song by song, which maybe we shouldn't have done, but
listen,
you're welcome.
Yeah, no. Deep dives, I want to go through every single song.
Yeah, why would I not?
Yeah, we have a lot of things to say. And if you've made it this far,
thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Also share. We want to like really get this out there. Like, if you loved it, tell us in the comments for sure. And if you didn't, if you hate it, tell us too. We don't give a fuck. We want to hear everything. Like,
I want to hear your guys' thoughts on Willow too.
Yes, for sure. Because I know some of you love her as well. So let us know. If it's
anything crazy, meet me at our spot. Shut up.
Get the fuck out of here. Die.
This is not a place for you. It's not a safe space for you.
Nope.
You will be physically attacked.
Yeah, we will crawl through the screen. Anyways, I think we're done here.
Yeah, I think we're done here. Episode 2 of the Damsels in Distress podcast.
Completed.
Check.
Love it.
Great.
Cool. Bye.